Got to take like Stephen.
No, thanks, I'm alright.
Oh no. Got any thoughts for the programme?
What's that mean?
You got any thoughts for the show today?
No, not
Said you were going to do one this time. Oh, it was you last time actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was, I thought it, yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to NE FILTA. I'm Steve.
I'm John Terry.
And hey, what a show I've got in store for you today, guys.
Did you check the mic? It's taking a giddy rock the fucking giddy gal. Mate, that's what I should think, yeah, you freaky, yeah. Giddy gal. But that's stuck in my head all week, I'm not. I'm fucking get the cunt out.
Oh, hey.
Did you see the fixtures are being released for the Toon Army?
I did see that briefly, aye. What's the crack?
I'll tell you. Here we go. Let we get into it. Yeah, let we just get into it, guys. Straight in, okay? First game of the season, Nottingham Forest at home. Easy 4 points. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, 4 points?
Aye.
You can get 4 points, you cracker.
What do you say it for then?
And then Brighton and Hove Albion. Another 4 points. Straight in the Euro position. Then Man City, and then Wolves, and then Liverpool. Man City and Liverpool in the first month. Imagine we'll pump the pair of them. Did I say Man City, Liverpool?
We will.
I hope so, like, be fucking...
Going to be a power club next season.
I say that... Dean? Say that bloke says that the top six is now the big seven or something.
Running, everybody wicked, everybody sick and child. Running, the big busy, everybody wild. So big, nice now, rocking the show. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Stop it, MC is 2 asses with a buckle. Boys, MC, stopping.
Aye.
Wicked, eh?
I'm in.
Toon Armies here to stay, guys.
I know I'm looking forward to next season.
Aye, right.
Did you say all the drama an hour a bit late on this one, but around the new away kit?
Oh, the Saudi one?
Aye, is that actually coming
I
out?
don't know. I couldn't give a fuck if it was, me.
I know.
I liked it, mate.
There was a lot of controversy on that because they released... Was it the third strip as well? So,
It was just a third strip. It wasn't even a away kit.
So it was white with green trim, which is very similar to the Saudi international national strip, innit?
Aye.
And there's loads of kick-offs, people saying that it's bad and all that.
I couldn't give a fuck in that, mate.
Linked to, like, they don't want to be, like, linked to the Saudis in that way and all that.
But
like,
how is Newcastle now not linked massive to the Saudis anyway?
I think it looks nice, me.
I like it.
And I think if anything, it's like it's in a historic shirt because it kind of marks this period of time where we got took over and fucking started doing well again.
Aye.
So you kind of take all that money and then not have any of that input in the strips. You know what I mean?
Aye, I fully agree, mate. Like I couldn't give a fuck what strip was. Like, you know, like I don't know. There's the other teams and all that. Like they get took a while and that.
As long as it's not red and fucking white.
I know. Aye, who gives a fuck really? Like, I think they were a bit. Now these people they were dead against it. I think there's a bit of underlying racist issues there, me like.
Maybe, aye.
That's what I reckon anyway. Because what the fuck's the problem like with Newcastle strips? The away kit has always been Raj colours.
I know there's never been a theme with the away shirts. They've always been so random.
That's what you had on last
week. What do
you
think, guys?
Aye, what do you think, guys?
Let me know in the comments. We'll post a picture on this shirt.
Aye. Hope you want a shout out, guys. We're big time now, you know. Got guests coming up.
Oh, aye.
Aye. Did you see? I see you've got a file full of fucking nuts for the show today, hey?
Aye.
Didn't you research, eh?
Oh, I'm gonna blow the lid off something today.
Something new?
Got another project,
Something new, is it?
Aye.
Aye. Because that lid from Kevin Spacey, that's been flying about the internet, hasn't it?
It has, aye. Might have an update on him, actually.
Oh, have you actually?
This just in.
Aye.
Kevin Spacey bailed after sexual assault hearing in London and case sent to Crown Court. Spacey said he is confident he will prove his innocence. That was just a couple of days ago there.
Honestly, aye. Is that the note?
Update on Kevin Spacey, guys. We'll keep you informed as we get the info, you know.
Yeah, it's just in from the nonce correspondent. Kevin Spacey's going to get let off. Never.
The nonce correspondent, Kevin Bacon. He's been on the phone.
Aye. Aye. Do you see Ricky Hutton his big return.
Looks kind of good shape.
Aye. Did you see who he's supposedly fighting though?
Was it Pereira? Aye.
He's the one that Chin hammered in that, wasn't it?
I was the only person to beat Prince Nassim, and finished him off basically. Aye.
So is it an exhibition or is it a comeback?
No, it'll be an exhibition. It'll be like it's all the rage now, isn't it? With like Tyson and all them and Roy Jones and that. And
anyway, it's postponed.
It's been postponed, is it?
Aye, it was the same, not the same card, but the same venue as Huey Fury and Steve Robinson.
Was it?
Was
that on the same card?
It wasn't the same card. It was the same venue. So, I think they've
the same night.
Same night and same venue. So I think they've
that's mad.
Aye. So they've kind of because Huey Fury's ill.
Is that what it is?
So he's not fighting. So the whole thing's fucked.
Oh, is that what happened?
Aye. So Steve all them.
Fucking hell.
All of all the fighters are all.
The show got postponed. I got pushed back a few weeks, didn't it?
Aye, that's a shame, hasn't it? But
not to worry, guys.
Speaking of boxing though, did you see that Julius Francis chinned that the ex-heavyweight?
Oh, I did see that. I was looking for Tyson back in the day.
Ex-heavyweight champ.
Aye, I saw that.
What do you reckon of that? Do you reckon he should have done it?
Why
Aye, I do as well.
The bloke shouldn't allow like a tit.
Aye.
And getting in people's faces, acting aggressive.
We had there just before you go on, right? I've got it.
However, right, you can't legally punch someone in the face or whatever unless you're attacked first. So legally he was in the wrong, but
aye. Well, anyway, I've got this bloke who he works for, Roger Wade. It says, woke up to a viral story about one of our security team. Julius Francis is ex-UK heavyweight boxing champion. He's one of the nicest people I have ever met and helps train young, underprivileged kids boxing in his spare time. My understanding is that Julius and our security team spent 15 minutes stopping this man and his friends from abusing, spitting and hitting our customers and staff. They carefully escorted him from the premises under constant provocation and violence. Finally, the person approached Julius in a confrontational manner and he sparked them out. Acts of violence or abuse to any staff member should never be tolerated. How would you react if someone approached you violently? What would you do if you were in my shoes, guys?
Yeah, no, you totally done the right thing.
The bloke looked like a dickhead.
I know, aye, you done the right thing.
He was jumping out of lower, fucking losing the plot, wasn't he?
100%. He had to be like, I know, but like they say with doormen and security, like their job is to restrain people, not to spark them out.
Do you know what that sparked memories from?
Now fuck that man. Just fucking knock the cunt out.
Aye. Do you know what that sparked memories from? Being on holiday with the lads, the bouncers in the European places, like say like Ibiza, fucking Malia was a standout one for me, like the big fucking Greek blokes and that. People pissed at the heads and they're not even doing anything wrong and the bouncers just run across and just bray them, man.
Aye.
I've seen a bloke it was in Malia, I thought he killed a bloke, mate. He was just like pissed out of his brains in the middle of the street, like wasn't causing any bother. He was just like holding up a little bit of traffic and a bouncer from a random bar just ran across, massive this bloke, full of juice, and knocked him clean out and then dragged them off the street and I was like, what fuck me, that's fucking horrible.
Didn't that happen in Ibiza a few years ago where he actually killed a bloke? Where Donald punched him all out and killed him.
It doesn't surprise us, like they're right and they target the British, didn't they?
I hate it.
I don't know why, like.
I don't know why.
I know. But to be fair, we keep them places going. Not so much Ibiza, but like the likes of, like imagine if all the British didn't flock to like the likes of Zante and
Magaluf and all that.
Aye, Magaluf, like them towns would be fucked. Like we keep them going, I would say.
I know. You always hear about people getting cornered by the police and all that in Magaluf and like saying basically give us money or we're gonna kick you out and people getting.
My brother, my brother got chinned actually. My brother, he was black and blue, when Magaluf, he got chinned twice on different nights in the exact same place, doing the exact same thing.
What was he doing like?
Oh, I'm not going into that. I'll tell you after the program.
So he wasn't innocent then?
No, he wasn't being like a cunt or nothing, but
it was uncalled for then.
Massively, he was black and blue and I shit myself when I seen him. But he didn't learn his lesson the first time, went back and did the same thing the next night, got chinned twice. He's crackers when he's had a drink, like.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, you ain't gonna fool me again.
Anywho.
Interesting on that. He'll probably be doing an exhibition fight against Tyson next, and his name's getting a bit again.
Me brother.
Julius Francis.
Aye.
He's all in the headlines now. He'll be doing a cash grab on a big exhibition, I bet.
But that Barrera, he must have been doing an exhibition as well. And it all just gets said about how it was Ricky Hatton's big exhibition, but that Barrera wasn't even Muppet.
He was class, Barrera. I remember, me, I can't beat him, but it was one of them shit fights where it was like his eyes were pissing the blood and it got stopped because of that. Because Barrera was much better than Khan, and to be fair, Barrera was at the very end of his career, and like Khan was like up and coming.
Aye, all the way.
But I like Barrera back in the day. Like, I used to be a fan of him. Like some of his tapes and that.
Wait, didn't Prince Nassim Hamed come doing on a UFO and that, thinking he was like the big show and that?
Aye.
And then he got knocked out.
It was mental though, because he was untouchable. He was unbelievable to watch him as well, by the way. I was a massive fan of him at the time. He was one of the most entertaining boxers there's ever been on the planet, like, I think, to this day. Like, his style was like no other.
Have you seen the size of him now?
Aye, I know. He went to prison, didn't he, for a few years for drink driving? Aye.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Aye.
Honest? Aye. Well, fuck me, Dad! Just blew the lid off that there, haven't you?
Certainly did, aye.
Aye. Yeah, I went on about just stuff, just randomly this. What about that fucking Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey, man?
Oh, fucking hell, aye.
Aye.
I watched this.
It'll be on the Netflix, you should watch it now, it's worth a watch.
You might have seen it in Netflix Doco, they call it.
Aye, big
Doco-Series on the Netflix. Was it 4 parts or something? Anyway, it was about this mad cult in America. Was it in the like 80s and 90s and that?
Shock.
And you never guess what they believed in. Religion.
That religion's a conspiracy now, I reckon.
It is.
Isn't it?
Blow the lid off it. It was weird that this fucking group like had loads of people believing like that this guy was the fucking saviour. What did they call him?
Oh, it's like
they thought this bloke was God, basically, didn't they?
When God has the prophet,
the prophet, and they built this big place. What did they call it?
Eden. No, it wasn't. It was Zion.
Zion, aye. Built this big facility called Zion, right? They had loads of families and that. They were making our lasses getting married at 14 to like fully grown blokes. The more wives the men had, the higher up in heaven they would be when they died. And it was a massive big plot just so that the head of the corporation, or whatever you want to call it, was just grooming young birds so he could molest them.
He's in jail now, and it's spoiler alert there, like. But anyway, he's in. If you didn't want to know what happens, then listen. But
too late.
He's in jail now, but he's preaching from his jail cell, and it still happens.
Aye, this Zion place still exists, and all the people, they're all still there, and all the women have got to wear these long, stupid pastel-coloured dresses and that, and with stupid hairdos and that. All the blokes are pure melts. And he rings the facility once a week from jail, and the whole crowd round and wait for the phone call, and he's like preaching the word of God through the phone and shit.
Yeah, man, I brought this up with The Apprentice just 1 day ago, and he was like, yeah, there used to be one of them doing the gong, you know, the Woolen gong.
Did I?
He goes, and his ma's sister was in it, massively religious and all that, and like that's what his ma said. Oh, like yeah, your auntie was in that, and then he was like, oh, right, what's the name of it and all that? You have a look at it, like just like interested. He's like, hey, that guy's in jail now. Hey, he's a pedophile.
It's crazy, right? Because the bloke who was the main guy who we were just talking about, who's now in prison, like his dad was the original prophet, and like he started this whole thing, right?
He wasn't supposed to die.
I think the whole thing was that he was immortal, he wasn't supposed to die, he was gonna get younger or some shit, or you'd be reborn and all this kind of shit. And then so they believed that he was actually like God, and then he got old and died, didn't he? And everyone was like dead confused, and even when it was the funeral and they were putting the coffin in the ground, they were all waiting for him to like jump out the coffin.
And then when at the corner,
when they just started like filling the dirt, like, oh fucking hell, so he's actually dead. Like, well, he's fucking dead, he's just a human, you fucking idiots.
His son's in the corner.
Then the son's
I've been reborn.
Oh, he's in me now.
And then his son took it to the next level, and he was the super nonce.
To be fair, the guy who did it before, and he wasn't a nonce, was he? But he was.
He was a bit of a one.
Was he? Oh, he was like he was marrying people after 14-year-olds.
I had him and There's a grey area, like one underage thing. He's a definite nonce, him, like, but he wasn't doing it as much as this other bloke, and this other bloke just fucking.
It was sick. That place he built at Zion, that fucking bedroom thing he built.
It was weird as
fuck, man. Horrible. It was like an altar thing. He made this altar thing what he was to lie on when he was doing his horrible business. And it was like, it was fucking sick, you know. Now I just didn't watch it. It's fucking awful. interesting shit. It's mad to think that kind of shit like goes on in the world, and people now it fucking bugs me that people fucking believe it. Like I kind of feel like the people who are involved in it, like fuck yous, because how can you be so fucking stupid? And now the fair enough people who have been born into it and like that's how they've been raised and are no different. But surely there comes a time in your life where you're a fucking adult and you think, hold on, why is my 14-year-old daughter being married to 3 blokes and all that? It's like, how am I? How fucking stupid are you?
It's a nightmare as well when they use religion to like say it's because of God and all that, but really they're just sick cunts in that.
Yeah, and it kind of fucks it up for people who like actually are, you know, people who believe in God and stuff, and that's how they live their life, and you know, and like there may be a God and all that stuff. I'm not ready to discredit that or say there isn't one, but it's these people who follow these organised religions that take it to this level and they use it to like abuse people in that, and it's just like it's throughout history, like. Not even just these cults, just like wars that have been based on religion and shit.
Nah, it's awful, isn't it?
It's just like religion gets used for like evil, like in so many fucking cases. Wasn't even the Vatican involved with like the mafia and all that?
Aye. The Vatican's its
Well,
own...
Godfather 3 they were anyway.
The Vatican's its own country, did you know?
Aye.
Did you know that?
I think I died from
It's
tree
in
colours.
Rome. It's a little area of Rome. There, the Vatican is.
Yeah.
It's called Vatican City, but it's actually its own country. It's got its own laws.
That's
and
meant to be corrupt as
You're
fuck,
allowed
isn't
to
it?
be a nonce there. Do you know?
Are you actually?
Nah, probably. It's fucking chock our nonces, that Vatican. We'll get shot us one day, nah.
I know, yeah, we need to pay.
The powers that be will be onto us. No wonder we get hidden in the depths of YouTube, you know. No wonder they couldn't watch us for videos, because they couldn't fucking gets to see it.
Just because we're keeping it real.
Aye. Keeping it real like Ian Bean. Was that you? Yeah, was that you?
Hell yeah.
I thought you said you had any thoughts for the show.
I haven't.
Anyhow, we had a quick break there, guys. Steve needed a shade.
Right, what we're going to talk about next on this show, guys. Yeah, do you see, apparently Jake Paul's broke.
Oh, I caused the cryptocurrency market crashed.
I see he apparently made 40 million last year, or this year, whenever it was, last year when he had them fights. And he put it out into crypto.
Honestly, the whole lot.
Apparently, aye. That's what his brother was saying, Logan Paul.
He put it all in.
Put 40 million into crypto and now he's broke.
He can't be broke.
He's got no liquid assets.
Shut up, man.
Aye, he's got any money, aye.
How will
He'll have houses and all that, but he's not.
Would Lil be creased?
I know, aye.
He'd be offering him a third fight.
But yeah,
Fancy fight, did
that's
you?
why, you know, I know, like, obviously, it's been quite a clever thing to do is invest in crypto and people have made a lot of money. I just didn't trust it because it's not something tangible that you can see or touch or hold, you know, like cash or like property or something you buy where
You see it on the computer screen.
It's just like, it's like them NFTs and shit, you're just buying numbers on a screen, like, I don't know me. Because what happens if the internet guy's doing and the computers are over, like, where's all your money gone? Or I invested it on some fucking digits on a screen.
Aye.
Then you'd feel like a fucking idiot, like this cunt now, you'd feel like a fucking tit now, him.
I know.
I'm like, I'm not in the yard.
No,
There will be people who've...
I put a wedge in ages ago.
Not them Instagram scams again, was it?
Oh yeah, I've told the show that, haven't I? No, I put a wedge into crypto, and I know for a fact I've lost a bomb, but a decent look.
Honestly.
And I'm just gonna ride the storm, me. Like it's like it wasn't like a massive amount, but it was a stupid amount. You know what I mean? But it not like
I
40
nearly did.
million.
I very nearly did. And I'm so glad I didn't. Because the one I was going to invest in was this up and coming one, that Dascoin thing. What Marty was banging around with for ages. And he put us on the website, he proper conditioned me brain. I think it was a really good idea. And I had a certain amount of money in the bank, and it was going to be like a big chunk of me money. And it was when I was due to come back to Australia, so I was like, oh, can I really pour that much money? But maybe I'm daft if I don't, because I'm going to make loads of money off it. And it flopped anyway. So I was like, thank fuck I didn't do that.
It's unlucky, like, that's shit crack, but I know, but I think it will come back up, so I'm not that stressed. Like I just thought I would just put that bit of money in, and then if it comes good, it comes good. If I lose it, then hard lines. At least it was a guy.
That's the thing, like, it's a risk, isn't it? It's always going to be a risk, but I just don't know. For me, I've always been a bit scared of it because, like I say, it's nothing, like, it's not tangible. Like, what you're investing in is just, what is it? Like, when can you get in the shop now and spend Bitcoin? Like, what even is it?
You know what it is? I have no idea.
Like, what is it? What the fuck could you do with a Bitcoin, like, apart from sell it on?
I don't know.
What use is it in the world?
I don't know, guys.
What the fuck can you do with a Bitcoin, like?
Bound to be one with you was one of you 14 Must not something to Bitcoin.
There probably will be a day, you know, because even now I've never ever have cash. The only time I ever get cash is if I go like a particular barber's that
doesn't take cash.
Aye. And other than that, it's just do everywhere.
Aye.
So there will be a time when cash is no more and it's all just digital, and then there'll be a global one digital currency probably. Maybe
But
that's
surely
the way
the government will be onto that, because Bitcoin is beyond the government, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like all the cryptocurrencies, it's the government has no control over it. So surely the governments aren't just gonna allow it to happen. They'll want their own cryptocurrency. Surely.
Fuck knows.
I seen something anyway the other day that the UK government was working on the Britcoin. Because cash will be like I didn't use it anymore.
I use it,
I didn't use it
and
anymore.
you know, like everyone's bank accounts in the world combined, when you go and put your thing in the wall and you pull up your balance, there's not actually enough physical cash in the world to make up for what everyone's bank balance and say there is, and all the debt and all that. So money is just made up anyway. It's just numbers on a screen, and like there isn't enough like gold bullion and fucking cash to make up for what money is in the world. So it's all fucking bullshit anyway. And like, what happens when the country's in debt? Oh, we'll just add a few more zeros on the computer screen.
It is.
Do you know what I mean? It's mental.
My dad knows all about that. Like he tells us about that, but I didn't.
It's the Illuminati.
Aye, that's what it is. They're all into it, man. He says the world's run by pedophiles, son. The shorter we realise it, the better.
Probably fucking right, you know.
100%. Aye.
Rich, fucking powerful paedophiles controlling everything.
See, Tom Hanks is fucked though, talking about paedophiles. No, but wasn't
he fucked?
Wasn't he meant to be eating bands and then he would never die?
Adrenochrome. Is he ill?
I don't know about how far that adrenochrome was real. Like, you know what? I was sort of believing it. It didn't really have us like.
They reckon that was like videos of Hillary Clinton and some other cunts like scaring kids, because that's probably when you've got to extract that blood. It's when they're scared. It releases the adrenochrome in that blood.
I was wondering why he always jumped at the fucking cupboard. He jumped at the cupboard the other day, shook himself and he bit us on the neck.
It's only children, man.
Is it aye?
Apparently aye. But I don't know. Like, what? So you see?
It's only children, man. Is it? I don't know.
As far as I know.
Been eating pens.
As far as I know. But like, what? So they're saying that Hillary Clinton them are fucking vampires.
I know. Man, isn't it? Yeah, you know what it is. The world's a wild place, you know.
I know.
Stranger things happened at sea. But aye, I don't know.
Aye, but on Jake Paul.
But anyway, he's on the news now, like he's shaking and all that.
Aye, what's wrong with him?
I don't know. Maybe he can't get a hold of any bands to eat. I don't know.
Must be a shortage on the adrenochrome.
Aye,
fucking on about Jake Paul. Logan Paul's still waiting for his money off Floyd Mayweather. I think that's cost me. Aye.
Still to this day.
To this day. He's on about
still
suing him and
waiting for your
everything.
money,
Aye. Class.
I think that's funny.
Can't make the money.
Aye. It is Sean though, isn't it?
Aye.
It is.
It is Sean.
But then Jake shouldn't have took his hat.
I know. Aye. It is Sean, but. Yeah,
it is Sean.
It's funny. It's funny though.
It is funny. Aye. There's no getting run that it's a liberty though.
It is a country.
But it's funny. Because if it was the other way around, you'd be like, who's that daft cunt? Why is he not paying?
He's seen he's having another exhibition fight, Floyd Mayweather. He's fighting some Japanese like MMA guy.
Is he?
Aye.
Has he not already done that years ago?
Got another one coming up.
He chinned him, remember?
Aye. But he was a boxer, wasn't he?
He was like 100 or something, wasn't he? But he was in like Asia.
Aye. But he's fighting some Japanese MMA bloke or something like that. Aye.
Oh, can you remember that the Japanese lad he fought? It was terrible, wasn't it?
The lad with the bleached blonde hair.
He looked like a lad. He probably chinned me, like. Anywho.
What else was I going to say? I watched the kind of film the other day, mind. That new Adam Sandler one.
Yeah, it was belter. I loved that film, like.
Great.
I was sad when it ended.
It was really good.
It's like Rocky for basketball.
I will not give you too many spoilers, but the best way to describe it would be like literally a Rocky type film, but about basketball.
Can you see that, guys?
Did you notice there's even a bit where they kind of do a little thing towards Rocky, a little nod to Rocky?
Aye, it was,
aye. The training montage when he's running up the steps. He goes,
aye. You seen that, guys? The cat's licking his arse for the shoe. He pulls out all the stops. That was a better film. Doesn't Adam Sandler do like a good serious one?
Does I
these days?
And you know hasn't had the greatest track record in recent years for like the quality of his films. Because some of them were shite, weren't they?
Aye.
But obviously back in the day they were all unreal. Then he went through a patch where they were kind of bad. But he's going through another good patch because that was that other one, wasn't that? What I've not seen yet, where he plays that jewellery merchant or whatever.
Oh, no, never heard of it.
You were telling me.
No, man. Uncut Gem.
Uncut Gem. I've not seen that, but that was supposed to be good.
It is. It's totally different though. You would never put him in that role, but I thought it was like stressful to watch.
He's been in a few kind of darker roles. There's another older one, like from probably early 2000s, called Rain on Me, where he plays like a recluse, and it's not a comedy film at all. It's not like like this one. The Hustle wasn't like necessarily a comedy film.
Still a feel
good,
wasn't it?
But it was a feel good. It had like some funny bits. This Rain on Me is not. It's like a dark drama film.
It was all good. The Hustle one, it was all good, but then he dies in the end, and you're just like, oh, spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
No, but how good was that? How
really
good was
good
that?
film. Soundtrack was mint.
No, he must be minted, you know, Adam Sandler, because isn't it his own company that he makes the films with?
Happy Madison, aye.
Aye, that's it, aye. Class. But he's been on that for years, hasn't he? Like Happy Gilmore and all that was all that.
No, he just makes all of his own films and he just employs all his pals.
So instead of, say, Universal Studios making a film, Happy Madison makes it.
Yeah, but I think he'll like probably pitch it to the big studios and get a budget off them or whatever.
Aye.
And but he produces it. But I think it might be at the point now where he is just putting the money up himself. But I don't know.
Now would be the next step for him, surely. How Adam, if you're listening, would be
Get
to
us
have people pitching him, and then he can.
Maybe that is.
Aye, and then other people can produce a film under the Happy Madison thing, and maybe Happy Madison could take over to be one of the big people.
Aye, maybe it will.
Surely would have thought with that.
Yeah.
Doesn't take Nick fucking divvy like me to tell him that.
I do like Adam Sandler. Like as much
class,
as he has made a handful of shit films, overall these films have been class.
Aye.
I
read there was something like he signed some sort of mad contract with Netflix which he didn't want to be in. Eventually, like thought it was like he didn't want to be involved with it anymore, and he just was releasing these shit films to try and get out of it,
just
out
rushing
of that.
Films to
like wasn't there like the Grown Ups and that?
fulfill his contract.
But didn't that have Vince Vaughn in? Was fucking should have been.
I had a hell of a lineup, Grown Ups, but it just
good.
didn't really have much of a story. It was just like,
Aye.
like for the lineup what it had, you'd think, oh, this is gonna be class, but I think it fell a bit flat, me.
Aye.
But I mean, you can't deny the classics like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Little Nicky, friggin'.
How good was that? The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard was mint. Click
was about
like there's so many like Waterboy. There's probably loads I'm not even thinking of off the top of my head as well. But like, there's lists and lists of like unreal Adam Sandler films. Big Daddy
was about that bubble that one.
Literally like from like late 90s for about 10 years. Like every year he put out a belter film, just consecutive every year.
Maybe being young then, I had them on videotape.
I had a few of them. I had Happy Gilmore on video. I've probably seen that film about 1 million times.
Happy Gilmore,
and every time I watch it, it's like still as funny as the first time. I still crease at it. It's one of the funniest films ever. It's fucking great, isn't it?
But you know who's belter in that? The big bloke with the nails sticking into his head.
Aye, Frankenstein.
Aye.
And then the ball lands on his foot.
Shoot him again.
Shoot the shot, Gavin. He's got to take the shot off his foot.
Shooter McGavin does his big drive, doesn't he? And he's PR buzzing with it, and then that big bloke pops up. He's like, I do believe Mr. Happy Gilmore covered that about an hour ago. Class.
What bit on that film creased me up was there's a celebrity golf game he's going to do, and he has help with a celebrity.
He's him now.
Who, Bob Barker?
Aye.
It was the old like news. Was he a game show host? Bob
Chinned
Barker.
him, didn't he?
And they started giving a bit of argument. He goes,
There's no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf.
All right, let's go.
Oh! You like that, old man? You want a piece of me? I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Oh!
he's actually had chin in the old bloke. The runner doing the hill and that. The bloke's just had smashing them all over.
Classic, that like.
Oh, unreal.
Great film, man. Great film. Doing a million film quotes. Yeah, we should jump into a new round of who's got the line.
Take it away.
I don't have one.
Don't have one.
I've got one. It was
Do you
your turn.
want me to go?
You get in
Right.
the one.
I know now why you cry, but it's something I will never do.
It's got to be Arnold, that like.
Aye,
It's
what?
a Terminator.
Nelly.
I don't even know these films, mate.
Terminator 2. I'll give you,
Away,
I'll give you half a point.
Robin Bastard.
There's loads of Terminator films that are crap, but you need to see Terminator 1 and 2. Terminator 1, if you watch it, it's very dated because it was the 80s and like the animatronic robot thing, it looks shine as out, but it's a class film. But Terminator 2 is unbelievable.
I think I do see Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, I'll watch Terminator 1 just so you get the story in that, so you understand Terminator 2 more, but Terminator 2 is an unbelievable film.
Terminator 2 was he's
Then I would stop there, don't watch anymore.
The body had that bloke who just melted, didn't he?
Aye.
I've seen that one. But I was never into the Terminators.
Terminator 1
I've
and
never
2,
seen the
pretty
Rambos in that.
Have you not?
No.
I've only seen the first one, First Blood.
Rambo.
But I would recommend Terminator 1 and 2, but then didn't watch any more because they're all terrible after that.
Oh, aye.
They've done a recent one, to be fair. Terminator.
Star Trek.
Nah, the one like 2 years ago came out. It was better than the previous ones. It was watchable because what they've done with this recent one, they ignored all the other sequels after Terminator 2 because they were shite. And then they made a sequel to Terminator 2, ignoring all the other films. So it went on directly from Terminator 2, which I liked because that was my ones I liked.
Aye.
And it was good, it was watchable, it like carried on the original story. But it obviously wasn't as good as the originals.
Get to the chopper.
But it was worth a watch. That's Predator, that.
Is it aye? I've never seen them neither.
Oh my god, you ever seen Predator?
I think I've seen one where he's got paint himself in mud and all
Aye,
that.
that's the one. That's the only one to watch in Predator as well.
Predator, I
the
kinda
original one.
seen,
It's
aye.
fucking class, man. It's just like Arnie in his prime. It's got the guy off Rocky and Al. He's main opponent, Apollo
Creed.
Creed. Apollo Creed.
Oh, is he in that?
He's in it. He's massive eye, and them notice people roid heads. People both just in the jungle, like machine guns.
You
And
reckon he
that.
was on the gear, Apollo Creed?
He was in Predator.
Is he aye?
He's massive
Get
eye.
it.
That's that famous scene where he goes, Dylan, and they shake hands and there's two massive biceps.
Is it aye?
He goes, Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
It's class.
Aye. Terminator? Nah.
Oh, what?
Terminator 1.
What?
He did the line.
It was Terminator 2, I'll tell you
Oh,
already.
fuck aye.
Tell you, I get you half a point.
Anyway, read
Anyway,
up.
what's yours?
Right. It's a bit of a different one this week, right? Here we go. Anybody got a dollar?
There's a homeless bloke on each side.
Aye. Yeah, there's this bloke. We're gonna blow the lid off him one day anyway, right? He sits outside Coles with his guns. Anybody got a dollar? Doesn't he? Some wife, you know, my lass was walking past. Some wife had come down and bollocked him, you know, because he's sitting right outside where she lives, singing that all day, you know. But anyway, Steve reckons he's seen him talking to his mates and that in a normal voice.
I swear to God, me and Cass came out of the shop the other day, and when he thought anyone was there, he was talking in a normal voice, like, fucking I'm choking for a fucking pain, you know what I mean? Like, then when he see him come, he's like, anybody got a dollar?
he sits there like, and makes out like he must have issues and that.
Aye.
He's clearly just a normal bloke. My last walked past, he went, have you got a dollar? And she went, no. And he went, well, give us your phone then.
Yeah, evil.
My lass was like, why are you? No. And then he chased her into the fucking takeaway and all that. Made her get her a can of pop. Fucking hell, man. They're not daft run the you know. And then they'll just go yam to the Hoosiers. Aye. Anyway, great round of the line there.
Aye. It's neck at the minute, guys.
I'm half a point behind. You robbing bastard.
I mean, I'll give you the full point, to be fair, like. Because considering you've never seen the Terminator films, it was pretty well done. I didn't even get a chance to do my conspiracy. I might save these notes for next week, guys, so watch this space, you know.
I watch you for them lids.
That's really, let's fly an hour next week, guys. So I think we'll wrap this one up,
Dirty bastard. Aye.
Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks for the support, like, share and subscribe.
Aye, thanks for that, guys. Really appreciate you watching this, guys. Alright? If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great, guys.